Unmasking the Blueprint. We're back on Tuesdays, guys. Did y'all miss us? Okay.
You know they did.
Of course.
They don't want nobody to know, but they did.
Okay. So, guys, we've been out for a summer vacation, and we are back, and we are bringing in. So today we have the return of the Jennifer. I love it. Guys, I just want to say something real quick. So, y'all know we're going to celebrate not celebrate, that was not the right verb. We're going to talk about domestic violence from September to October. And I want y'all to know that if you are a victim, we would love to have you on the show because there's something that you can say that can help the next person, okay? But then number two, what you've been through can birth something out of you that can help somebody else. And so Jennifer has a comedy for 3 days that's coming up. This is not her first one. And it's called Jennifer. And I'm so elated to be my first time going. But that was birthed out of pain. There is so much stuff that y'all can birth out of your pain. Whatever your diversity is, there's something that you can birth out of it. And I'm so excited to hear Jennifer's story. Hey girl. I miss you.
It's been forever.
It has.
But I need the people to know that it was not my idea to go on vacation. See, when I go on vacation, I can do what we do wherever I be. Okay? It's them other bougie people that needed to take off so that she could parlay and take pictures with her coffee cup.
Everybody deserves us. You know what I just realized? I just realized that I have you in my earpiece and TikTok. Get out my earpiece. That way TikTok can hear.
Okay.
Can you let me say something?
I can hear you.
Okay, great. Because I just now realized that TikTok cannot hear because I decided to put you in my earpiece. All right, so good, we can hear. So they didn't miss all of that. Sorry, guys, and I didn't see y'all. Y'all telling me y'all couldn't hear either. My bad. So we are back from our sabbatical. And so the amazing Jennifer. Everybody who know you, we always talking about the goodness of God. We be everywhere. But today, I really just want to focus on just you today. Okay? And I don't even care where you start because there's so much meat to go into today. I'm gonna ask you one question and you just go from there. Yes. Where would you like to start today?
At the beginning. Because in the beginning.
I love it. Let's go.
Yeah. So you telling me that you ain't gonna really interview me? I'm just gonna sit here and talk? I just want you to start somewhere, and then we're gonna keep going from there. Okay, got it. So, Jennifer was birthed many years ago. Okay?
I love it.
And I am actually, I retired back in 2000 and I want to say 13 or 10, 2000.
Okay, what is Jennifer? What is it? What are we talking about?
Jennifer was birthed because I would always, tell people stuff that wasn't biblical. And I would be like, child, that's from the book of Jennifer. You're not ready for that book yet. Okay, that's the lost book of the Bible that came from the lost individual of the Bible. You understand?
Okay.
And so it just like Jennifer just became this person. And so they would ask me to preach from the book of Jennifer, when we was doing random stuff on tour and stuff. And I would be like, in the beginning, that was Jennifer. And so that's how Jennifer got started. And we just kind of kept going from there.
I love that. So yeah. I did not know that.
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
And the people needed to know how did they get birthed?
Yeah.
Okay. And so I guess my next question is, do you feel like it was birthed from tragedy?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Can we
Because
talk a little bit about that?
I was never able to, I've always been the strong friend, right? And so I was never able to be that vulnerable, that weak friend, that friend that had feelings. And
Okay.
and I felt like if I did, I couldn't share them because then it would show a level of weakness, if you would. For me, this was my feeling. Nobody told me this was
Right.
how I felt. Like I felt like I had to be strong when we were on tour, and we were tired and we was going from city to city and stuff, and we would be getting on each other's nerves, and because we on the tour bus and we got to share the bathroom and we got to do all of the things. I would be the one to like crack a joke to break the monotony to get everybody to start getting along again.
Okay.
And it became a cross to bear. And so I had found that my comedy allowed me to mask my pain. So
Okay.
no matter how I felt, I would always crack a joke, and seeing somebody else's joy would make me be joyful, if
I
that
love
makes
it.
sense.
Laughter is good for the soul.
And is, yes,
It is
yes,
so good for the soul. And so I
yes,
love that.
yes.
So how did you come up with this idea to actually write a screenplay?
Okay, so first of all, it's not a screenplay, ma'am. This is a
Okay.
comedy show.
Okay. How
See, you
did
you getting my giftings mixed up, okay?
Okay, first
I'm-
of all, y'all, she actually has several screenplays that's out, okay? She does a multiple of things, okay? So how did you happen to decide that you wanted to go on the roll with this comedy?
Well, it really was not my idea. It
Okay.
was my admin assistant's idea, because every year we do something different.
Okay.
And so, we've done the stage play. Last year we did a stage play.
Right.
We've done the balls where, it was the chucks and the tucks and all of the things. We've done book releases. We've done, you name it, we've done it. And so with the time that we're living in right now, it was like, dude, we need to lighten up. We need to laugh. It's so much in the church, out of the church, all of the things that's going on. We need a minute to, you know what I mean? And so she was like, Jay, you should do it. And I was like, girl. And I'm gonna tell y'all an insight, right? You're gonna hear me talk about this on my whole tour. I actually stopped doing Jenna Fire for 2 reasons. Okay.
Okay.
One was because this is I'm giving y'all an exclusive because I hadn't told anybody this. Okay, don't start. Okay, don't start. Okay, so
Right.
I went to so I was starting a book tour when I wrote my very first book.
Okay.
And everybody knew me as Jennifer the comedian. They didn't know me as an author back then, right?
Got you.
And so I had a manager who was like, you know what? We're going to Chicago. You ain't really known in that market for your books, and ticket sales aren't going so well. So what we're going to do is we're going to raffle you off for a date. Okay.
Oh no!
They could win a date with you at, yeah. So I agreed. Back then it was all about the coinage, right? So I agreed. The guy wins a date. We go on the date, okay? And he was, of a different culture. And he was like, Jennifer is known. My trademark is I never repeat comedy unless I'm doing like a special, like a fan's favorite or something. Then I'll do comedy. So he was like, I remember when you was in Sacramento, you did this, and I remember when you was in Orlando, you said this, and I was like, wow, if you follow me like that, you should at least marry me, and you'll get a discounted ticket, right? It was a joke. Well, needless to say, I get back to Texas, and this person of another culture was in Killeen, Texas. And yeah, so I wind up marrying him for 89 days, 12 hours, and 37 minutes. Okay, I know that because...
89 days. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I know that because we got the marriage annulled, right? But I was trying to live super saved back then. I was really trying to be a good girl, right? I was, ministering in the church. I don't believe in shacking and all the things. That was the first reason why I stopped doing comedy, because I was like, people don't get my joke, that part. The other one is one of my Jennifer gems that you all are going to meet at the comedy show had a full-blown asthma attack at one of my shows. And I thought at first she was playing, like, girl, get up. She was, in the floor. And I'm in the middle of what we call the altar call parody. And I'm doing my thing, and I'm like looking out the corner of my eye, like, is she going to get up? Is she going to get up? She didn't ever get up, okay? The ushers came, and they was fanning her and doing all the things. It was like a real Holy Ghost experience, but she was having a whole real asthma attack. And so it scared me to death, and I was like, I'm never doing comedy again. So Jennifer hung it up.
So basically, you marry people or almost kill people?
Yeah, it's
okay.
It's till death do us part.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So
Just
that's kind of how I get it. So I see why she got laid to rest.
Yes.
So now we done.
Yeah.
Resuscitated her. So are we ready to either get married again?
No.
Do we have people on deck who can do CPR to resuscitate?
Yeah, I have enlisted my cousins.
Okay.
One is a physician's assistant, and one is a whole nurse, like a real RN nurse. Okay. And I just recently went and got my CPR certification renewed.
Okay, great job.
So I think we're gonna be straight this time.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is that I just reunited. It was one of my backup singers. Mm-hmm. I just reunited with her less than a month ago.
Okay.
And she came around the same time that we were meeting about bringing Jennifer back. So when I saw her, I was like, okay, I know I said I was, but yes. So, yeah. It's going to be a time.
I have a ticket for 3 nights.
Yeah, huh?
Now I'm scared.
Girl.
I'm gonna bring my EpiPen and my pump.
Please.
Yeah, I'm gonna be prepared.
Please.
Guys, I'm gonna be prepared, okay?
Yeah.
Because I'm not marrying her, nor am I going to plan on having a heart attack or asthma attack or hive attack.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
In the name of Jesus.
Yes.
Jennifer.
Yes.
Fire.
Yes.
Okay. Fire. Jennifer. Okay? And let's there be no fires there.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so I'm super excited. So guys, it's October. Give me the dates.
October 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
October 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And that's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
I know because I got my tickets.
7, 6, and 5.
We're going to drop the link to her show in the comments later. I definitely want y'all to be able to go and support her on her project. And then I know a lot of her proceeds go to domestic violence survivors, correct?
Mm-hmm. All of them do.
Oh, all of them?
All of it does. Mm-hmm.
Oh, like ALL?
Capital A, capital L, capital L. Yes.
So all of her proceeds go to domestic...
DDV.
Mm-hmm. So I have a question.
365. Mm-hmm.
So what made you decide to do that?
Well, like I said, every year we do something, and whatever we do in October, it always goes that way. I pay for whatever needs to be, all overhead is taken care of out of pocket. And then we take the proceeds and we normally adopt a shelter. And then with that's what we do with the money is we give it to, whatever shelter we're doing. And it helps us to buy Christmas gifts, school supplies, anything that they may need. If we have to relocate them, we use those proceeds as well. So that's what it's for.
I want to rewind.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you do this for domestic violence?
I do it for domestic violence because my whole thing is I always like to be the person that I needed.
Ooh. Ooh, that's so good. That's
If I
so
can be
good.
the person that I needed for somebody else, then perhaps it'll keep them from making the same mistakes or the same issues or the same foolish decisions that I made out of
That's so good.
desperation.
That's so
And
good.
so DDV 365, there's several things that we do. Not only do we rescue them, we also rehabilitate them. Then we educate them. And
Okay.
then they have to turn around and give it back.
Okay.
And
Okay.
they do it, within the organization, and things of that nature. So it's really an amazing experience. DDV 365 has been around since 2018.
Okay.
And so,
Okay.
7 years, this is the number of completion. And so
I love that.
we want to adopt our fifth shelter this year.
Fifth. Okay. I love that.
Yes.
I love that, guys. Oh my God, that's great. Okay. So I know that you have a doctorate.
Mm-hmm. Two.
So do you feel like education?
May I add
Yes.
that they are earned doctorate. Ain't nothing honorary about them, okay? I just wanted to be known. I ain't shading nobody with your honorary degree, but I'm talking about this is still paying student loans. This is still got insomnia from staying up all night. I go further. That's all.
If anybody want to give me an honorable doctorate, I'll take it.
First of all,
I'm just saying.
the
And I would
doctorate.
take it with my chest out. I'm just saying.
The
Okay.
doctorate. She want a doctorate.
I want a doctorate.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see if we
With
can
a-
help you.
With a D and an R and a period. Yeah, that's what I would like to get. If anybody's passing them out.
Okay, your question. I'm sorry. I just
No.
had to clear that up.
So, do you feel like what you was going through, what you've been through, push you towards higher education?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I was living in abuse from
Okay.
childhood.
Okay.
And my mother was, she wasn't educated, not collegiately educated.
Gotcha.
My father wasn't collegiately educated. And so I was a heathen. It ain't even self-proclaimed. The Lord
Not a
anointed me with a certain level of heathenism in me. Okay. And I say that with my whole chest. All right.
I heard.
Did you hear it?
repeated it? I
Yes,
did.
right. And so when I was younger in high school, I was a fighter. I had so much anger built up in me because back in those days, children were to be seen and not heard, and they were
Right.
to be victimized and they never talked about it. And so I had so much anger inside of me that I would fight all the time. And there was this one girl. So this is another exclusive. I don't know why I'm giving them all to you because I got a whole tour to do. But I'm gonna give it to you first because you're the first stop. First come, first serve. Clock it. Anywho, so I had went to my hearing because they were gonna expel me out of school from fighting so much, right? And so I went to the hearing and they told me, they said, you got one more time to fight and you're gonna be expelled. Well, I had already promised this girl of a different persuasion that I was gonna whoop her. And I love the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And I felt compelled to keep my word.
To keep your word.
Because the Bible says there's a special place in hell for liars. So I had to keep my word. Okay. And she was much bigger than me because I've been 5'2" since I was about 5. Okay. And so I swallowed the blade that I used to, keep my word, right? And so because of that, it created a lot of scar tissue in my throat. So as a singer, like, this is a true story. I don't know why you laughing. This is just so uncompassionate.
I'm so sorry.
So I have a lot of scar tissue in my throat. So, they was like I wouldn't sing. And all
From
that
the
thing.
sword.
Yeah, from the sword
of
the flesh, because it wasn't of the spirit.
Of the flesh.
Yes, it was the sword. That's the book of Jennifer. Read it.
It is. Okay.
Read it. Okay.
I got you.
Now, so because of that, I would, whenever I would sing too long or we would tour too long or whatever, I would get what they call them, keloids on my vocal cords.
Okay.
And so finally, the last time it got really, really, really bad, I was like, I gotta have something to fall back on. And so I had a son who had special needs, and then I had a daughter who was talented and gifted, and I was this teen mom trying to make it do what it do in between the two. And so again, I was looking for a certain teacher that I wanted for my children.
Come on.
And I couldn't find her. So I decided to
become
her.
Okay.
Couldn't find nobody. Okay. I can't find nobody. I couldn't find her, right? So I became her. And so literally, like, that is the story. I know it seems monotonous, but that is literally the story of my life. If I can't find it, then I need to become it.
Become what you cannot find.
Come on. In a minute, I'm going to become my own husband because I can't find him either. I'm sorry, my bad. Okay, I'm back. Bring it back.
Guys,
I'm telling you.
Nicole, we're so glad that you're watching, Nicole. We're so glad that you're watching. Hello, Kitty. I don't know, I can't see from here. Betty, Jenny, we thank y'all for tuning in. Hopefully they can hear us.
Get your wine glasses and put them on, okay?
It's the ankle. It's the ankle. Guys, this is a serious topic. I know. You know what, y'all? Laughter is good for the soul.
Yes.
Those who follow me know I just had 2 deaths in 2 months. Okay, I mean 2 deaths in 1 month.
Yeah.
And so laughter is truly good for the soul. Her Jennifer, her event, I bought 2 tickets because I want to go laugh until I have an asthma attack. I want to laugh until my husband proposes again. Okay.
Oh.
Well, you said you get husbands. They already got a husband, so maybe he's gonna propose again. Because just saying, right?
I just want to get one. Okay. You ain't got to rub it in my face.
I'm just
all
saying.
Of the things. You ain't got to do that.
I'm just saying. So, guys, and so we talked about the Jennifer fire. We talked about it.
First of all, it's Jennifer. Fire.
Jennifer. I tried to become a character on one of her screenplays, but because I'm not a great enough actress, she didn't even hire me.
You know why? Because you're about to write your own, and you are gonna star in your own show.
So, hold on, I'm trying to get the tears out. So, I am about to write my own screenplay in 2026. Is when I'm going to start writing it. And my girl is going to produce it and do all the work. And thank you. Thank you. Okay. See, I put that in the atmosphere. You need to become what you're looking for. She already became it. I already found it. Clock it. I don't have to become it. I love that for me. I love that for me.
Oh.
So on a serious note, I want to make sure we really do get all the serious notes. On a serious note, she became an advocate for domestic violence because she used to be in that situation. And so she became what she needed.
Yes.
Because she didn't find what she was looking for when she needed it. And so she has organizations since 2018 that help women, families in need. And we're going to drop that info below in the comments too, because I definitely want y'all to support that nonprofit as well. And we talked about the Jennifer, because that's so important, because when I tell you this lady is like super talented, like, I'm going to toot your horn for a second, because I know sometimes we don't toot our own. So I'm going to toot it for you. If you was to really sit and talk with her, it's so, let me say it the right way. When you see people that have how you say it?
Doctor Ates. Like, you didn't eat so you could be a doctor. Dr. Ates.
Dr. 8. See, that's why we don't really like them when we see that on the end of their stuff. Sorry, they just slipped out, right? Dr. 8. So when you see that on the beginning of their names, we kind of, some of us, I'm going to talk about some of us who went to a smidgen of college, right? We kind of, don't do it. We kind of feel some type of way when we talk to them or around them or be in their presence, because a lot of them do try to talk down at you because you say doctrine, because it sounds good to me and I like it. And so so they say things to you, right? And so I want to tell y'all that Jennifer, who's been on this podcast a plethora of times, I know her personally, she can talk to a bum on the street and make them feel comfortable. She's the type of person that you can go to with anything and she will be a helper of it all. And I'm only saying that because I want y'all to understand that she has written screenplays. She has a comedy show that, let me start over. She's not a part of a comedy show. She is the comedy show. So I just want to clarify. She's educated and became a teacher and decided that she didn't find what she needed, and she has her own school so she can teach and educate so they can learn the way she wants them to learn. And that is, when I tell you that's just a little bit, and when I say a little bit, I know, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I needed you to do something. I'm looking for you, and I'm like, oh, at another church talking, at another church preaching, at another church singing. So when I tell you she does a lot of stuff, she does a lot of stuff. And it's not to make anybody feel little for not doing more stuff. It's just to let you know that you can be in a domestic violence relationship and be smart. You can be in a domestic violence relationship and be gifted. You can be just because you've been through something, it doesn't mean that it blocks the gift that needs to be birthed out of you.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's the part. Thank you, Nicole, for putting that in the group, in the message. There is so much that needs to be birthed out of you because you didn't graduate from high school. There's birthing that needs to come out. Because you've been through a divorce, there's birthing that needs to come out. Everything that you've been through, there's some birthing that needs to come out. Because I wrote it down, because what you didn't find, you need to become. There's so many things that Jennifer didn't experience that you did experience. And so you need to become that person, so the next person don't have to go through what you went through. And if you don't get anything else from this show, I want to make sure I want you to become whatever your lack is. Whatever your lack is, you need to start becoming that. So that's no longer your lack. And then you need to reach down and go get the other people that's lacking it.
Right. Yeah.
I love that. I love that so much. And I just wanted to make sure between the giggles and the laughter that they heard us very loud. That there was a nonprofit. Nonprofits is going to always need. And they dropped it in DDB 365. It's always going to need, because there's always going to be a woman in domestic violence. I don't want to claim it, but it's a fact.
Yeah.
And there's going to always be a need.
And men.
And men.
Yeah. One of the stage plays that we done.
Oh, just about to say that. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was the Gospel Golden Girls and the men that they hurt. And that was about 2 or 3 years ago. I don't remember. But that show was one of our award-winning shows because it highlighted male domestic violence. And so one of the things that we seek to do is we seek to show all of the facets of domestic violence, not just the women.
I love that.
We also talked about the men, and then last year we talked about the children with It Affects Me Too. So those were 3 different stage plays that we done, and we actually toured with, that allowed people to see, because I think it's critical that people know that for the male show, I sent out solicitations all over the world, and men were able to come and tell me their story, and then I wrote it inside of the script. And we paid for a lot of the men to come excuse me, to see their story played out, and it was one of the most profound things that we had ever done. And Jennifer made a small cameo in there to lighten it up, because
right, it
got
was heavy.
really, really, really heavy, especially because the male survivors were there, and they were there with their new wives, and some of them weren't married, and it was so profound because we had, I love doing new actors, new actresses, those that are brand new to the gift, because they're trainable, not saying that others aren't, but they're just so, eager, and they're hungry. And I remember when we were rehearsing for the Gospel Golden Girls, we actually had male survivors in the show, watch this, that did not even realize that they were survivors.
Wow.
Until they began to read the script and was like, whoa, that happened to me. So you mean to tell me I was being abused and I didn't even realize it? I was being emasculated and I didn't even know it. I thought she was just being me. This is really a form of abuse. And so I think that was one of the most profound things that ever happened to me in my life, with all of the things that I do, was for somebody to learn their life through our show.
I love that. And I could see that. I can see someone having a aha moment. I think me and you talked behind the scene one day when I realized I'm very verbal. I used to be very verbal abusive. But you don't realize that you're a verbal abuser.
Yes. Because it's not common.
Because it's not common. But I also was in an abusive relationship before, so that's just me defending myself. That's just who I am. This is what I do. Right? But then when you have somebody tell you, like, I mean, this I'm not going to tell you, we're going to probably do it another day on the show, but my husband actually was like, do you think that that's okay? Will somebody really put the mirror in your face and I want to go, yeah, it is. It is. Right? When you're looking at the ugliness, it's like, like, dang, is this, that's when you got to choose, is this who I really want to be? Like, yes. But she was birthed from pain. That's how she became who she was. She don't have a name. I guess I need to name her, but she was just this mean person and just why, but it's crazy.
And the sad part is that, not to cut you off, but the sad part is that a lot of people, especially women, okay, I've noticed it in some men, especially of late, right, that they feel justified in becoming the abuser that they ran from.
Yes, because ain't nobody gonna do that to me no more.
There you go. It's a defense mechanism. I'm gonna get you before you get me type situation.
I'm gonna let you know right now. I jump right quick.
Yes. Right. And so, I want to, it's a few projects that I'm working on, that I really want to talk about. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about, the before and the after. And how that there's an evolution of abuse that nobody really talks about. We talk about being abused and we talk about abusing, but what do you do when they're one and the same?
Ooh.
What do you do when the abused becomes the abuser? And then they try to play victim because they're abusing someone else. So you have to make up in your mind, am I the victim? Am I the victor? Or am I victimizing?
That all of that was so good, and we're gonna have to hit it another show because it's already 35. But you know, a lot of times what you see, you kind of become, and it doesn't look like an abuser. So I saw domestic violence, and I'm like, nobody gonna do that to me, right? And so me being so angry, me being so aggressive, me being so all in your face, me being so, I will choke you out. No, for real. I will put my finger right here, right, and nowhere to do it, right. People don't realize, people don't realize you don't have to be big to take somebody out.
I'm praying for you. I'm praying.
Okay.
I need a moment of silence. We just got through with the pledge. I need a moment of silence. Because you...
God, I used to be. I went from being abused to actually the abuser. And I cried when I saw her because I was like, it's not even her fault. Like, it's not even her fault. Like, this happened back from when I was 9. Like, this girl evolved from this. But as long as I can blame everybody why she happened, I'm never gonna stop being her.
Yes.
As long as you can justify your foolishness, as long as you can justify your rightness, that's why we have so much racism in the world, because they can justify it. Well, the black person robbed my car, so now this person did this, so now, so we justify the foolishness, and as long as we live in the foolishness, so that's a whole nother, but no, it's facts.
Yeah.
And I actually had to own. I understand you. I understand why you do the things you do, but that's going to be a no. We got to change our mindset, change this behavior. And I didn't need no therapy, and I didn't need no help to do it. I just had to look at my little ugly self in the mirror, and I was like, "Ooh, I don't like that." And I know everybody can't do that though. I get it.
I couldn't.
And I get it.
I think I failed anger management 3 times. One for the Father, one for the Son, and one for the Holy Ghost. And I still struggle.
Guys, I love her honesty. I do.
There's
when I tell you, I used to be a fighter just like her. I thought I could walk on water. I would walk across the table on that butt. I would come and reach out and touch you for real.
Come on, Diana.
And justified. Because you did A, B, and C, now I'm about to bless you with these hands.
Yeah.
And serious. But when my husband turned the mirror onto me, and was like, "This is what you said. This is what you're doing," and I was like,
can't hide.
Wait.
That's all you, boo. That's all you.
This is just ugliness. Wait a minute. Who is this ugly girl? And it's like, this ugly person is literally you. And I cried to the Lord that night. And I was like, God.
Yeah.
Wow. Deliver me.
Yeah.
Deliver me.
Right.
And so.
You had to want to be delivered.
And this is embarrassing. I am a breaker. I will break some stuff up. Break it down. Jennifer, one for the boss. I break this stuff down. And and I thought that was better. I'm like, well, at least I'm not putting my hands on you now. I'm going, clap, 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 clap. And he was like, I had to go back and watch.
Can I tell you something, though?
Go ahead.
When you are a breaker, all of the terms and the terminology that you are using is still a form of abuse and manipulation, because watch this. I thought that it was okay when I didn't put my hands on somebody.
Me too.
I would be like, well, I ain't touched them. You can't arrest me for throwing something at them. Even if it accidentally hit
You
him.
can't arrest me for breaking stuff, but when you look at you,
Mm-hmm.
the videotape of you, my
Mm-hmm.
husband put out the video. I'm like, what you
Mm-hmm.
taping for? I'm not even bothering him. I had to look at myself. I said, God, deliver me from that too.
Mm-hmm.
See, I am a believer that if God can heal,
Mm-hmm.
God can also take.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I believe that if you truly go to Him and ask God, deliver me from this.
Mm-hmm.
God, take this from me. Take this ugliness from me. God, I'm so sorry. He's your child,
Mm-hmm.
just like I'm your child.
Mm-hmm.
My
Yeah.
boys are your kids, just like they're mine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't put my hands on them, but slinging stuff and throwing stuff, ugly me.
Mm-hmm.
God, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't go in public telling people how my first husband blackened my mouth, bust my teeth, pull my hair out.
Mm-hmm.
And I might not be doing that to y'all, but I'm kind of doing it to y'all.
Yeah.
Because ain't none of y'all going to run up on me. Because y'all already, right? Y'all already done seen her in action. You know she crazy. And then we talk about it, like, because you know she crazy. So have we healed?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go to God. God, deliver me.
Mm-hmm.
God, deliver me.
Yeah.
And it's an ugly place to be.
Mm.
It honestly, it was embarrassing. I probably would have never told the story when it first happened. We've been together 18 years now. I would have never told that story. Because that was ugly.
Yeah.
That was an ugly part of me that I didn't even know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know how we got to on talk about me with the ugliness.
Yeah.
But I mean, but somebody must need to hear it.
Yeah. And it's the truth. And you know, the thing that, you know, I'm always going to be honest, you know, and I know that you were like, you know, oh Lord, you know, deliver me. But my stance was always this: God, take it away from me. Take it away from me with my hands closed.
Ooh!
God, deliver me.
That was so
with my
good.
hands closed.
That is so good.
And so he's sitting there with his hand out,
like,
ready to take it, ready to deliver it. But am I ready to deliver it to him?
Ooh, that was so good.
So I would sit there, and we have to be cognizant of our position.
That's so good.
Because I'm sitting here saying, "Ooh, I yield my will to your will."
But your hands like this.
With my fist pumped, which means I'm still in fight mode, which means that I'm still being rebellious. See, some people go to therapy and it works for them. I've tried it all. I've tried the medication. I've tried the therapy. I've tried the deliverance. I've tried the tarrying. I've tried the laying before the Lord. I've tried the spitting and the snotting and the putting the cloth on my head and taking a bath in the Crisco oil. I tried all of that. I did all of that. And guess what? None of it worked until, watch this, another exclusive. I started having nightmares of myself. Because watch this, there was nobody there to show me.
Yeah.
Because watch this, why? Because I would fight and I would flight. I'm going to give you what and I'm gone. You see? And so there was nobody there to hold me accountable.
Oof.
So it wasn't until my subconscious had to take over my sleep, and God had to deal with me in my visions. God had to deal with me in my shortcomings. Because watch this, I was an abuser, okay? I was a fighter, and I was still preaching. Come on. I was fighting and cussing and beating people down, and then I would get up and preach to these same people and dare them not to listen to me, because I'm saying what thus saith the Lord. I came from Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. This ain't the book of Jennifer this time. You see? And so oftentimes what happens is we miss the entire mark because we are so justified. And I felt justified. I felt like nobody can tell me about the righteous, my self-righteous indignation.
Ooh,
I
That's
had self-righteous indignation.
so good.
I freed myself because my mama did it and my daddy did it and my brother did it and this happened, and I could hear God saying, and then.
Oh.
So I never took the time to get to the and then because I didn't want to hear and then.
Right.
Because that means that I would have to put in the work to do what was needed for me to come out of fight mode.
Right.
And go into surrender.
Come on.
And that's kind of where we are. Oh. That's where we are now. And that's where Jennifer came from. Because as angry as I was, I would learn not to so much fight people with my words. Watch this. Another exclusive, right? There were times that I would use Jennifer to chop people up. I'm going to crack a joke. I'm going to talk about you to your face and ha ha he he.
Let me drink my tea.
You understand? Mm-hmm. But that was the unhealed me. Yeah. And so what makes Jennifer different now than the Jennifer then is because this Jennifer is healed.
Ooh.
Scratch that. This Jennifer is healing.
Oh, that's good.
Because like Paul said, he said, I count not myself to have apprehended. But the one thing that I'm doing, now this is where me and Paul separate. I'm forgetting those things which are behind. And I'm pressing toward the mark.
Right.
And no matter how many times I miss it, I'm committed to the process of doing it right this time. So when you hear the Jennifer comedy now, it's still going to be funny. We still going to have a good time. But it's not going to be me taking a dagger at somebody who done me wrong.
Got you.
It's not going to be me taking a dagger at things that have occurred in my life. It's really going to be a true and authentic ha ha he he from a healed place in me. I'm going to be a rapper when I get big. I'm going to drop the mic right there.
I'm going to be a rapper. Boom. I'm be in the background. Guys, oh my God. It was so many good notes tonight. For those who just tuned in, become what you couldn't find. Whatever you're going through, you become it and help the next person. And then she was talking, and I wrote down community, guys. Community. What did y'all get from tonight? I want y'all to drop it in the comments. What was your takeaway? And so my two biggest takeaways was a community, because I'm not gonna lie, if you around the wrong person, they allow foolishness. They will allow your foolishness, and they know that it's foolishness. You know, when you hang around a certain level of people, level as in not education, level as in not man or woman, level as in not an age, level as in what you're looking for. I hang around confidence women. That's why I like to hang around. It is women who walk in confidence, even when they going through stuff. They still hold on to their confidence as they go through their journey, right? So confidence women is going to correct me when I go too far. Heck, before I even get too far, right? Yeah, we can kick it, we can laugh, we can have mimosas. But when I start doing too much, hey sis, let's talk about it. Come on down, right? Yeah. They're not judging me. They're making sure I'm walking in my confidence.
Yes.
That I can clearly say I'm walking in my purpose. And so let me see if they say anything on here. Did y'all get anything from today? It's the look what is that? TikTok, drop in the comments, what did y'all get out today? And so my thing is community is great. Community is something that we need to have, and become what you couldn't find. That is like, boom, drop the mic. DDV 365 is the nonprofit that Jennifer have for domestic violence please make sure y'all go. And if y'all even donate $1, if everybody donate $1, what a world it'll be, right? Did we miss anything that you wanted to add today?
No. Mm-mm.
So we talked about Jennifer. We talked about go ahead. What you about to say?
Nothing. I'm listening.
Let me see. I want to make sure I didn't miss nothing. Oh, I did. Okay, so we talked about all these women. We talked about the men. We talked about the children. And so now I am ready to leave. And I contact DDB 365, and there's no space for me. That you don't have any space. Nobody have any space for me. How do I come up with a plan? How do I leave? What does that look like?
So DDB 365, first of all, we're associated with several shelters in several states and several countries. Okay?
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
So we gonna get you somewhere.
Okay.
That's number one. That was one of our biggest feats when we first started, was that there was either shelters that lacked the support or the lack of shelter, right? But prior to that, I always do consultations. When somebody calls me, I always ask them, where are you in the process? Okay. And then from there, I send them an exit plan.
I love that.
An exit plan is an educated way of departing from domestic violence. Okay. And an exit plan is basically where an individual knows that they're, you got a plan in mind. I've made up in my mind, this is the last whooping that I'm taking. Okay. This is the last lashing that I'm going to get. So then you start to collect things. You start to get your birth certificate. You start to get your passport. You start to put $5 or $10 to the side. You get and you stock up on your medications. If you have children, you get all of those things. That's what that's an educated way of leaving. I
love that.
Right? And we give that to them, and they begin to check off all of the things to make sure that they have everything that they need, so that when we do come and get them, there's no reason to go back.
Okay.
There's no reason to go back. And then once we get them out, then we, of course, take them to, shelters wherever, it's available, wherever we need to go. Like I said, if we need to move them to another state, another city, even another country, we will do that. And then we give them a now what plan. Okay, you're out.
And now what? Wow.
Now what? Okay. And from there is where you're like, okay, I'm out now. I got all of the things. How do I begin to rehabilitate myself, right? How do I become transformed by the renewing of my mind, so that I don't walk around the rest of my life being a victim when nobody is victimizing me?
Oh, now that can preach out by itself.
You understand? How can I go and make sure, number one, that I'm not victimizing myself? That's number one. If you have children, that you're not victimizing your children out of frustration and irritation because you're not able to provide the way you want to, or whatever the case may be. And it happens. And it's innocent, but that doesn't make it okay. Right? And so we teach them how to get beyond that, and we get them help. We get them professional help. We have life coaches on staff. We have, preachers on staff. I mean, real preachers.
Not Jennifer.
I'm gonna say. No, it ain't. They don't come from the book of Jennifer. Only I can preach from the book of Jennifer. That's all I'm gonna say. But we do have an entire team that does that. And so that's what we do. So we go from the exit plan to the now what plan to the okay, so then. And so the okay, so then is where you're now saying, okay, I went through that.
Okay.
And so then now, here I am. And it's not about me anymore. It's where you take it away from you and you begin to give it to somebody else. You begin to bless others. You become that Ecclesiastes 3 family that says, yo, okay, when you mourn, I mourn. When you sad, I'm sad. When you happy, I'm happy. When we need to get down and get busy with it, we gonna get down and get busy with it. And so that's kind of the cycle, if you would, that we try to promote within DDV 365. And that's why it's DDV 3, demolishing domestic violence, 365 days a year. Because abuse is year round, healing is year round, help has to be year round. That means if you decide, after we done did all of this, if you decide that you're going to go back, we're not one of those organizations that be like, you know what, we helped you before, we ain't going to do it again. We're not them, because we realize that the average victim or survivor has to survive at least 3 times before they really leave.
Wow. Somebody said, I'm not even trying to mess up her name. You see her name?
Zuzuki. That's my, she's one of my clients, but she's really my family. Like, she's really like a sister here in Livingston. Her daughter goes to my center.
I love that.
Yes.
She said, Lord, preach. Yes, yes. Nicole said truth.
Yes.
All that was so good. And so I hope y'all got that. So if you know somebody, make sure you share. She's like, yeah, it's me. Make sure you share, because I mean, what she said is so true. Me being a domestic violence warrior, survivor, we always say, this is gonna be my last time, I'm not going back. You know, they tell you they're gonna change, they're not gonna do it again. And of course, especially if you have kids, especially if you have a life, you're like, oh, I think he's not, I think he mean it this time. And so I get it, and I love that you don't give up. She said, you said it so right too, her name.
Yeah. And here's the thing is, not only when I say that we don't give up on you because you went back, it's not always going back to the same person.
Girl, you better say it.
It's going back to the same spirit. So in our education, the education portion that we do in DDV 365 is how to recognize that same said spirit. And to because there's a difference, and I know we're going over time, but I feel like this is important for saying, is that we have to understand that there is a same said spirit that we always call a red flag. No, that's a spirit.
Yeah.
And what happens is we become so accustomed to that spirit that we wind up getting with Tom, Dick, and Harry, and it's all the same person. All the same behaviors, all the same abuse. It's just a different person. Why? Because that spirit is familiar to you. That spirit has become comfort for you.
Oh, I would just say comfortable.
It's familiar and it's comfortable. And watch this. Sometimes we'll even rationalize. Because if Tom hit me, Dick is just talking crazy. And Joe just looks at me funny. It's still abuse in a different form, right? So we have to be able to recognize and stop rationalizing it.
I love that. She said something, Zakui?
Zuzuki. We call her Zuki.
Zuzuki. She said that it was so good. And it's so true. A lot of victims, survivors like myself, we saw it. And then we're like, well, my relationship as bad as hers. Well,
at least he ain't.
Yes. And that's another form of rationalization why we feel like we should stay or we should stay or it's better. And like you said, exactly, we just get comfortable.
Yeah.
Y'all, this was so good. If you thought this was good, please share it. Because you never know that secret person. Guys, I used to always wear my hair always over my face all the time. If my eye was black, I would always wear long sleeve shirts if he bruised my arm. Nobody knew I was getting abused. I have 2 best friends from junior high school. My best friends did not know I was getting abused.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I was embarrassed. And then 2, I felt like I was beating him up too. We was fighting together. You know, I felt
you ain't tell what you did. You just told what he did.
No, I didn't tell anything. So I didn't want to be in an abusive relationship, but he hit me. And I'm already a fighter. So if you hit me, then we just gonna fight it out. What made me keep quiet? was molested as a child. So I did not want to have my children being raised by another person because I was molested by a step person. So I felt like me bringing a step person into my home, my children might get molested. And to me, I was saving my kids, and my kids is more important than me. That's a great question. And so a lot of people don't even know why they stay. I didn't even know why I stayed for years. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know the reason. And I wrote this book called Take Your Life Back. And when I wrote that book, I was like, that's why I stayed. I had to answer some questions for myself, and I realized I stayed to save my kids. I rather, sometimes we rather sacrifice ourselves. And then guess what? I fought all the time. It was okay. Like, you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. We used to go, I mean, and this is embarrassing, but like, if I come home and he do something ignorant, twist my arm, then we're gonna fight it out. Like, dog, why are you doing that? We're just gonna fight it out. And this is, I'm gonna make this fast. I only left my husband. I only left my children's father. I only left my first marriage because God showed me a vision. And in this vision, I was so pretty. I was asleep, and I was so pretty. And I was like, oh, I was so pretty, girl. What you doing, right? And all of a sudden, I see these petals coming down. And then I realized I see my kids crying, and my babies was crying, and my babies was at my funeral. He had killed me in this vision. And God told me, thank you, Mama. God told me, this shall, I don't know if the words were this shall pass or this shall happen. And I woke up like, the devil is a lie. What happened? Y'all, it's 9:00, so we gotta go. I woke up out of my dream yelling and screaming, and I was like, oh my God, I had this nightmare. And then about 2 weeks later, God was like, you need to leave because that dream is gonna happen. I was like, why, God? I'm just gonna have to fast forward real quick. The question to your thing is, I stayed. I stayed because we had a beautiful home. I stayed because I had everything I wanted as a child. I had a husband. I had my beautiful children. We had a beautiful home. We had a beautiful neighborhood. I had everything that I wanted. And yes, we fought. We didn't fight all the time, but we fought. And God said he's going to accidentally kill me one day. And I didn't believe him. And one day we was doing a tussle behind something, and he hit me right here on accident. And as I was falling to the ground, I yelled, God, please, 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 please. I remember yelling, if you save me, God, if you save me, God, please, if you save me, I will leave. And I was leaving because I had 4 children that needed a mom. And that's why I left. I never left my first husband because I didn't love him. I never left my first husband because I thought we one day stop fighting. I left my husband because God was like, he's going to kill you, and I didn't want my kids not to have no father. That's a whole true story. And so I packed my stuff up and I left. And I left God too. I'm like, you is not a good God. Because if any father of mine would tell him to quit hitting on me and we could live our best life, like, what type of God are you?
Right.
And 2 years went by, and God told me, because I told him to quit talking to me, quit trying to wake me up while I was sleeping, we're not friends. And God was like, I give a man freedom of choice. He has a choice to stop hitting you. I can't make him stop. He has to want to, but he has to first stop drinking and have a clipper, because he doesn't hit you when he's sober. He only hits you when he's drinking. He has to want to be sober to stop hitting, but that's a choice that he's not choosing. But I love you so much that I want you to be here. So I'm telling you, if you leave, I got some more life for you. But if you don't leave, I'm going to bring you home.
Yeah.
God give us freedom.
Yeah.
God give us freedom.
Yeah.
And in that freedom, we can choose to live and we can choose to die. And if I decided to stay married to my first husband, I was going to choose to die. Yeah. I think he was going to take me home, though. At least I was going to go to the house. Oh, Lord. But
depends on where your hands was. That's just all I'm saying. I'm just.
My hands was like
your hands was at.
I was receiving.
I'm just saying.
No, I was like this. I was like, Lord, take me home, Lord, take me home.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. So, But guys, thank y'all so much for listening. If this helped you, or you know somebody who would help, please share it. Because we're going to do this for the next 2 months. Why? Because my story and Jennifer's story and whoever want to get on story, I believe it or not, it can inspire somebody to shift and move. Mm-hmm. It can inspire somebody to know that they can move. And also, too, I'm going to have time. Tomorrow, I think next week, I talk. And I'm going to tell you about a person who husband killed her. I got a whole lot of things we're going to talk about. Mm-hmm. And why we're going to talk about it? Because you need to hear about it. So, because you need to know that not everybody from domestic violence survives. They don't get to put survival next to their name. Mm-hmm. I get to put survival next to my name. Jennifer get to put survival next to her name. And it's so important to know that not everybody survives.
That's right. Yeah.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Unmasking the Blueprint. Yeah. We're going to continue to do our due diligence. We're going to continually do God's work. We're going to continually get things out, and I appreciate you so much. I think it hung me up. Oh, well. A TikTok. I think it must have asked me a question. I wasn't listening. It said congratulations or something. So anyway, all right, guys. Don't be a hater over there. I'm trying to get our ratings up. Okay? Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We will see you. I think Jennifer has a busy schedule, so she won't be here next week, baby. She's going to be getting interviewed on another podcast. Yeah. So thank you for letting me be the first one to interview you. I wish you much success in your comedy. Laughter is great for the soul. Like I said, what's your take? You want to drop us with a takeaway?
Absolutely. Just be who it is that you look for.
Oh.
Be the if you're looking for God, be the God that other people see.
Ooh.
If you're looking to survive, be the survivor that other people need to emulate. And watch this. If they imitate you, that's fine too.
I love that.
That just means that you're worthy to be imitated.
Oh, say it.
So oftentimes we say, oh, they are a hater. No. They're imitating because you're the light that they've never seen before.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
Perhaps you're the light that they wish that they could be.
So good. Yeah. So good.
So sometimes, listen, before we leave,
I'm trying to be like Jennifer.
Oh, girl, stop. No, listen. So before we leave, this week only, we have the Jennifer tickets. This week only for Labor Day week, because I didn't do it over the weekend. I was asleep. But this week only, we have all the tickets are $25 if you go on Eventbrite and you use the coupon code Labor Day Sale. Then it will give you $5 or $10, whatever. It'll give you a discount on your tickets.
Okay.
Yes.
Sound like a plan. Labor Day Sale, put it in. I see y'all at the event. I already got my tickets. 3 days. See y'all later.
Her tickets and her t-shirt, all the things.
I got all my stuff. You know, I'm supporting my girl. I am trying to find our music so we can get up out of here. For some reason, I'm having a problem.
Thank you, Shane. Thank you, Zuki. Thank you, Nicole. While she doing all of the things over there.
Right, we appreciate you.
Oh, thank you, Keisha. Thank you, Monica. Thank you. I don't know how to say your name, but you know who you are.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Oh, I think that's the wrong one.
Thank you for tuning in today. It would mean the world to me if you will leave a review, a rating, and subscribe to my show. Please share with your family and friends if you enjoyed the show. This show, Unmasking the Blueprint, is for you. So send me a message with the topics you want us to discuss. Until next time, y'all stay safe.